I'm thinking of switching, and I think I'm actually looking at switching to the Lumix. Let me explain more. These days, the releases of new cameras every now and then, it's tough to consider a particular camera. But I think for the work that I do or the projects that I normally handle, Lumix seems to be the perfect choice. And I'm not just saying Lumix because there's a whole lot of selection or collection. I mean, we're talking about all the way from GH5, GH4, and the S series. There's a whole bunch of them. But I think the one that I'm actually getting my eyes on happens to be the Lumix S5. But on the other side, I was also looking at considering the new Canon release, which is the R7, which is really not bad. But the only problem I have with the R7 is the fact that there's no battery grip for it. I don't know why Canon even decided to go that way. It's I don't know. And someone happened to send them a message asking if they will ever by any chance sometime release a grip for it. And Canon said they're actually not looking into providing that anytime soon or never. So I'm not sure, and I doubt if Canon will ever release a battery grip for it. I mean, using a camera these days, sometimes it's best to get a good grip of a camera. It helps, especially for people that shoot commercials, weddings, music video. I know the R7 is very small in terms of the size. It's very small, so having such camera, I guess rigging it up will still be small regardless of how massive you rig it up. So currently we are somewhere in Cove Town, and for those who care to know, this was actually the highest place in the whole of Cove area. And yeah, when you are standing right here, you can actually see, the whole of Cove City. Most places you can actually view it from this angle. So back to the camera tech. Like I said, I'm still stuck deciding between these two cameras, between the S5 and the R7. We all know that these are two great cameras, and for the price tag of both of them, I'm still deciding which one to go for. Canon seems to take the lead when it comes to the autofocus side, but on the other hand, the Lumix got some huge, video specs, and it's kind of got my attention, and I'm stuck between these two cameras. So right now I'm like, okay, wait, do I trade in the autofocus for the Lumix, which got higher, megapixel and video specs? Well, it's not that much of a, specs between the two, but you do know that you can shoot almost 6K. We're talking about 5.9K when you pair it with the Atomos Ninja, which is huge. And they all use small, HDMI, which is a downside, but to me, it's not really that of a big deal, because I got ways and means around it to get besides all these HDMI issues, there's a way that I can work. But yeah, I really don't know which one to go. I don't know whether I should go with the Lumix or the Canon. Especially for the Lumix fanboys, those who are already into this ecosystem. How is it treating you, man? How is the camera so far? In terms of what I normally do, so I do music videos, weddings, sometimes photos. So it's more like hybrid, and I believe both cameras are hybrid cameras. So we're talking about the R7 is an APS-C sensor. That's a big downside. I totally get it. It's a major downside, especially for someone who does shoot commercials. And I know, there's a way around it by using the speed boosters and all that. But it's kind of a problem. Why not just go with the Lumix instead of? When you tend to think about it, what about the autofocus? But my question is, how bad is the autofocus, guys? How bad is it? Some say that it's not that bad, and some say it's not that good. So I'm stuck between these two. But overall, my attention is really drawn to the S5, and it seems like maybe somewhere next year I'll be doing these changes. But we will see how it goes. We will see. But I also want to know your thoughts about this whole, cameras. If you are probably by any chance using the R7, let me know how it's treating you. If you are also using the S5, let me know how, the camera is treating you. Let me know your thoughts and comments about this whole cameras. I purposely didn't want to talk much about this whole camera thing because it's nowhere related to the channel right now, since we're no longer doing tech. You are free to drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, whether you think the R7 or the S5 will best suit my needs. They are both great cameras, and now Sony even released the FX30, which is also a massive comparison in terms of the low budget cameras. But yeah, I would really prefer the S5, but I know other people will be like, no, since you've been with Canon for some time. And the funny thing is, all my lenses are Canon. So switching to the Lumix it's going to be a bit of a problem, and Lumix lenses are a bit expensive, and autofocus seems to be a problem. Man, right now I'm actually confused and I don't even know what to go for. But let me know your thoughts and comments based on this whole changes, whether you think the Lumix S5 is the best deal or the Canon R7 is the way to go. Let me know what you think, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Do not forget, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.